Hey guys, Tomboy601, and today we're going to be going over how you can win a Tier 6 Florida at absolutely no cost to you. You just have to beat the rest of the internet. That's right. Now, if you haven't seen the website wowsbuilds.com, which is a fantastic site if you ever need to craft some theories, build out a ship in and be able to visualize its stats, WowS Builds has you covered. I'll go ahead and link them down below, but they are now starting a monthly damage and base XP competition where you can compete to win all sorts of ships. The competitions take place from the first day in the month to the last day in the month. This month, the max damage ship, the ship you want to get the highest damage number in order to win the rewards, is the Colorado. The max XP ship or the max base XP ship is going to be the Omaha. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh, I've played a lot of Arena in the Omaha. Unfortunately, standard battles only. So both of these damage records and the XP records have to be done in standard battles only. This is an example of a game that I've submitted for the Colorado, and Vladivostok helping us out a lot, giving us, I think we're going to end up 60k after just 2 salvos, which really does help juice those numbers. But it's not the greatest game of all time, just because I want to make sure you guys out there go ahead and have a chance to win, because I don't need to be winning this competition. This competition is for you guys. So what you do is you play your game, you take a screenshot at the end of the match, that victory screen on the personal tab. You need to show your username, the date of the battle, the standard, that it is a standard battle, the total damage or the total base XP, and then finally Colorado. So if you're doing the damage, you're going to want to do the personal tab. If you're doing the base XP, you want to do that team result tab, and that will be the best way to go ahead and earn and show off what you need to go ahead and do it. Now, what do you win? Well, this first place, for first place, you're going to win the Tier 6 Florida this month. If you get second place, you're going to go ahead and win 2,500 doubloons, and if you get third place, you get 2.5 million credits. Leaderboards are updated every Tuesday, so that is today. Go ahead and go out there and see what the base new damage is going to be. I know the all-time damage record right now for the Colorado is around 225,000. So let's see if any of you guys can go out there and beat it. Anyways, as you've seen, we've been doing some numbers to the enemy team. We're up to 87,000 damage after just a couple of salvos, and we're not really needing to move forward. Ships are sailing broadside to us, and we have plenty of range to engage them. So that is exactly what we're going to do. Build I'm going with right now is my standard Sims build. So Sims with Sharney and with Cunningham, basically that max accuracy build. Of course, you are going to want that in order to take advantage of the large guns of Colorado and keep people at range, because you got quite a bit of a reload time. Anyway, our teammate goes down, but he goes ahead and takes down the Gneisenau with him, and now we have a Colorado in our sights. Kind of the target area has dried up for us a little bit, so we're going to go ahead, get on the move, because we all know the speed that a Colorado has to go ahead and maneuver. Of course, I'm kidding. It's quite slow. It's a dreadnought. It does not move quickly. It's like Baymax. He is not fast. But we're going to go ahead and start pushing in, take this opportunity. That majority of that flank off to the right-hand side kind of got wiped out. So what that means for us is we can start to play a little aggressive and a little stupid, and we can go ahead and start actually pushing into mid, and we take another good salvo out of the Colorado there. Once again, just taking good chunks, and that's all we really need to do is start chunking the enemy for good amounts of damage, and that's exactly what we're doing. Colorado continuing to sail at somewhat the same angle, so we're going to continue to go ahead and take the massive HP that we can out of him. Unfortunately, he does disappear right as we let our salvo go, so we're not going to be seeing exact numbers as they land. We do get 3 hits, and that does bring us up above the 100k mark. New Orleans still kind of in shelter on the island on the other side. We're just going to continue, close that distance. We know we are not exactly the speed demon, so any range that we can close now is going to benefit us in the long game. Ship wise, we are all tied up, but our team seems to be doing a fairly good job of concentrating fire on specific ships. At New Orleans, as an example right there, he went from pretty much having the majority of his health to being somewhat depleted on his hit points relatively quickly. Kutuzov hugging the island there, trying to get a little cheeky with his cover, playing that good old HE spammer role. We just kind of need to get out and attempt to spot him. We are, of course, are being spotted by a plane whenever we fire. No ship has direct line of sight on us, but Kutuzov is going to be able to kind of punish us whenever we are spotted by that plane. So we're going to get about 20 seconds of fire, and then we will have a little bit of respite between each of our salvos. And we're just kind of trying to find where we can go ahead and pick up the damage. We see now that our teammate is like, hey, I need your support. I say, yeah, absolutely, man. I look over, is like, oh, he is low. He probably needs will to rebuild. Let's go ahead, turn the ship over next to him, try to get within will to rebuild range for him. That way we can go ahead and support him. You know, be the teammate, do what you need to do. Don't play too selfishly. They are down to now only 3 ships left, and 1 battleship, that Colorado, and 2 cruisers. We know where the Kutuzov is, and the Odin relatively recently, I think, had spotted the other cruiser who's hanging out with the Colorado. We're gonna go ahead, go full speed ahead, but he's telling us he needs our support, but we're going as fast as we can, right? Like we were saying, Colorado, not quickly. You need to kind of plan out your moves really far ahead when you're using Colorado, because you have a lot of time to react to things. It's just, you better hope you didn't need to do something quickly, because you're not going to. Of course, enemy cruiser that is left on this side is Cleveland, which is a very dangerous ship. It has one of the highest DPMs in the game, meaning this Odin is most likely not long for this world, as he's being concentrated on by both the Colorado and the Cleveland. We take a beautiful chunk out of the Cleveland, plunging in from above onto the deck and not having to worry about Cleveland's bow armor. That's exactly what we want to do. We did really good damage to him there. We're up to 126,000 damage for the game, and we are only going to get more. Odin now kind of staying back. We were hoping that he would stay in will to rebuild. Cleveland turning out, we don't need to worry about torpedoes from him. We go ahead and take his citadel and wipe him from the map, bringing us to 141 damage total. What I was saying earlier, Cleveland, we don't need to worry about torpedoes because he doesn't have torpedoes. So at this point, it's now us and the Colorado dead ahead, and he has plenty of hit points to go ahead and mine. Sadly, the Odin is now out of will to rebuild range, and at this point, we can only hope that Colorado kind of starts to prioritize us over the Odin, and that's going to be his best defense, because sadly, the Odin didn't seem like he was too long for this world, but he is holding in there, and if they go ahead and kill him, they will essentially tie the game up with the number of ships on each side. However, right now, the 2 battleships concentrating down on the Colorado is definitely going to swing things into our favor. Both of us have good shots at this Colorado. The Colorado is making the big turns to go ahead and try to get all of his guns online to us. And we're going to go ahead and, since we know he's no longer loaded, we can safely make the turn, fire our guns, and then swing on back. Of course, Colorado is in that dreadnought style of ship. It has relatively decent turning circles for a battleship, or I should say rudder shift speed for a battleship. So you can do the dreadnought shuffle, the angle in, then when the enemy, the enemy can't fire at you, swing the tail out, and then go ahead and turn back and repeat that. Repeat your rudder shifts every 15 seconds in time with your reload speeds. Like, that is what you need to do in the Colorado, and essentially in all of the new ships that have come to the game, minus North Carolina. But Colorado is now looking fairly low. We are up to 166,000 damage for this match, and we probably only have about one salvo left to have to deal with in the Colorado. We'll go ahead, fire right at him, and hopefully this wipes him, as we need to kind of start making our way towards the Kutuzov. Sadly, that wasn't quite it, but we're going to go ahead and take cover behind this island. That way, he's forced to engage the Odin if he wants to shoot at someone. He loses spot of us. Sadly, we lose spot of him. Our rear guns do have an opportunity to go ahead and shoot at Kutuzov. We might as well send it. Not that I'm too confident in it, because he is very much at the extremities of our range and heading away from us. So that will usually end up in a bounce of some sort. And we go ahead, run right on through the nose of the Colorado. Kutuzov smokes up as he is the last ship, and we are up to 173,000 damage for this match. And I think that's pretty much all we are going to do. But yeah, guys, that's our little run in the Colorado. If you are, like I said earlier, this competition is going on for people who are interested. I think it's a great thing. You know, if you've ever been someone to be on the 1v1 me bro train, I think this is the sort of competition that is designed for you. It is you versus everyone else who wants to compete. And it also is going to encourage people to go ahead and take out those ships that we don't get to see played that often, unless they are being played on the road to earning certain ships. But guys, that is the game. I hope you like it. If you did, go hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Of course, all links for the competition are going to be down in the comment box below. Guys, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. See ya.